Hello there, this is Richard from Death and Service, bringing you another video diary. Gorgeously sunny, crisp November afternoon, and coming to you today from the village of Ashcott in Somerset. Right next to the farm. A bit of a noise going on in the background. Otherwise, a nice peaceful location. Today, in this quiet village, in this little churchyard, there is one Commonwealth War grave. I'm bringing you to see. And that is this one, that of Hubert Wilfred Labdon. Now, Hubert Labdon was born in the spring of 1896 to Alfred and Elizabeth. They were bakers here in Ashcott and one of 5 children. He had 2 older brothers and 2 older sisters, and he lost his mother at a very early age when Elizabeth died in 1901. Hubert left home by the time he was 15, but he didn't go far. The 1911 census found him learning a trade from Edgar and Betsy Vining, who were farmers in the village, possibly at this very farm behind the church. When war came, Hubert enlisted. He joined up in 1916 in the February. He was 19 years and 5 months old. Initially, he was assigned to the Somerset Light Infantry, but he must have shown aptitude quite early on because he was soon transferred to the Machine Gun Corps. After his initial training, he found himself on a ship to France, and arrived in Camier to the south of Boulogne on the 25th of September 1916. Private Labdon's military documents survive and are quite detailed. After an early mishap, when he was docked 2 days' pay for losing part of his kit through neglect, he also spent time in hospital in June 1917. By August, he was permanently based in Camier, where he was acting as a stretcher bearer. This was a role that he continued to execute until he was demobbed at the end of the war. His records show that Hubert was granted 2 periods of leave, and it was on the second of these in November 1918 that he married Eva May Akerman. 2 years his senior, he was a farmer's daughter from Ashcott as well, although the couple married in Ealing in Middlesex. By mid-December, Private Labdon was back in France, and here he stayed until February 1919, when his unit was finally demobbed. On returning to England, the young couple moved back to Ashcott to be close to their families. Sadly, Hubert seems to have succumbed to illness, as many of his returning colleagues did. The local newspaper gave details about his passing, confirming that he'd left home for a short walk, and having been away rather longer than usual, a search was made for him and he was found sitting in an unconscious state. He died a short time after reaching his home. The deceased was of a very quiet and inoffensive disposition and was much respected. While the end result was the same, Private Labdon's military records add a cause of death as heart failure following influenza and acute diarrhoea. His body was laid to rest in the peaceful graveyard of All Saints Church in his home village.